Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So last week I was out on Long Island, about an hour or so away from the house, to capture fall colors. Today I'm in a park in Queens, only about 10 minutes from where I live, to capture colors again because they're just peaking or just slightly past peak today. So that's still pretty good. It's also very cloudy. In fact, it's getting cloudier, and there's a touch of snow in the forecast. So, I'm gonna try to head off to a couple of locations that I know here in this park, and hopefully I'll be able to capture something good. This will probably be the last weekend I have to catch decent colors. So wish me luck, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, I think I've come across my first composition. Basically, I'm gonna turn the camera around. You can see it's had this old tree. It's not dead, but it's kind of fallen over. And I really kind of like the way it sits against the other trees here with the yellow leaves in the back. So I'm gonna walk around here and see if I can find a good composition. And then I'll set up the camera and walk you through my shot. Okay, so I've got this shot lined up. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at here. Basically, I've got the nice V shape here, and the crossing of the branch over there. I wanted to try to move that, but it's actually kind of tied down by leaves, so I'm kind of stuck with it. I think one thing I'm going to do is turn the polarizer around, see what that effect that has on the leaves, because I had the polarizer mounted on my 14 to 35 lens here. Yeah, it definitely does have an effect. I'm going to leave it right there. My settings are f11, ISO 100, 4/10 of a second. I'm going to take a 3-image stack, starting with this one, and I'm going to take 2 more, focused on the middle ground and the background, and if it works out well, here's the shot. Well, this is a natural shot if ever I saw one. You have this beautiful orange tree here, framed by these 2 tree trunks on either side. I mean, it's a natural subject. I had to shoot it. So let me just set up the camera and I'll walk you through it. All right, I've got the shot framed up. I switched lenses. I've gone to the 24 to 105, then I've zoomed out to about 40 millimeters, I think. As you can see here, I've got the tree framed up by these 2 trees here, and also this complementary tree on the left side here. There's a red bush over here. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that in the shot or not. Right now I've got it pre-framed as a square crop, so that would actually eliminate most of that red tree. I might make it a 16:9. There's a couple of things I could do with this shot. So I'm going to take the shot here. My settings are 4/10 of a second. Actually, I want to increase that shutter speed because this wind is kind of high over here. So I'm going to raise it up to 1/20th, and that's going to make me change my ISO to, let's see, I've got it on 800 now. Is that, no, that's a little high. Let's drop it to 4. Okay, so ISO 400, f11, 1/20th of a second. Here's the shot. And I think I want to take a few different variations of this, and whichever one comes out best, you're going to look at it right now. In a deep forest like this, compositions are really hard to find. Colors are wonderful, but the compositions need some kind of strong lines in my opinion, at least with my preference. So I'm going to walk a little bit deeper into the park and see what I can see. This is really a beautiful day. It started snowing a little bit, but it's not going to amount to much. All right, I've got another shot lined up here. It's basically 3 trees with golden foliage from another tree behind it. So let me put you behind the camera and I'll show you what I'm looking at. All right, so I have these 3 trees here. I've got it pre-framed actually as a square crop, so I may make it something different since I have enough room on my raw file. You know, but you can see how these 3 trees are just beautifully lined up with those beautiful golden leaves behind them. So my settings are f4.5 1/100th of a second, ISO 400. The ISO is that high because the wind is really kicking up the trees quite a bit, although the leaves quite a bit, although it looks like it's settled down a little bit. No, it's picking up again. So I'm going to stick it as stay with it as it is. 2-second timer. Focus on the middle tree. The f4.5 should slightly blur out the trees that are further back, so I think that's going to be a nice effect. Let me take the shot right now. And it looks good. And here's the finished shot. Well, the sun is starting to come out now, and that could either help or hinder my photography. I've come out to a different area of the park now, kind of more open, more paved pathways. And I know there's a location that I shot once before. Hopefully I can get to it, and I'll try that same shot again. Well, that tree that was there a couple of years ago has fallen down, so that shot I was hoping to get is not going to work. So I'm going to move on to something else. I framed up what's probably going to be my last shot of the day. It's getting kind of cold, I can hardly talk. So let me just take you behind the camera and show you what I'm looking at. Basically, I've got these 3 trees here with the red foliage here, the yellow foliage here. It's just a nice contrast. Even the leaves on the ground look kind of nice. I've got it pre-framed as a 16 by 9, but I'm probably going to change it to something later. So my settings are ISO 100, f10, 1/4 of a second. I'm going to focus on the tree that's on the left side. And it looks pretty nice. I'm going to take a couple more, see what variation of the composition works out best, and whichever works out best, I'm going to show you right now. Ultimately, I went with a square crop to eliminate busyness on the left. This shot was okay, but I thought it needed a human element, so I waited for a hiker to appear. But the park was nearly empty and no one came along, so I used the camera's interval shooting app program to capture myself. Which do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. Okay, I'm going to make this a wrap. I thank you for joining me. I hope you stayed this far. Unfortunately, it's getting very windy. In fact, the wind has kept me from taking a couple of shots that I wanted to take, but I might try to come back in a couple of days and take it again. If you really liked what you've seen and you want to see more, please give me a subscription if you're not already subscribed. Please give me a like and a comment, either positive or negative. Any kind of feedback is good. And if you like what you've seen and you want to see more, hit the notification bell. That's right down here. So the next time I upload, you'll see it right away. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.